We're ready.
All right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, do the pledge of 1:30.
And do you have the minutes from the last one?
Yeah, they're right there.
Oh, okay.
Did I pass them to you, Mike? I did.
Okay.
Did you want to see these?
Yeah. Make a motion to accept the minutes from the previous meeting. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You have the financial reports in front of you for the month of February. Recreation fund was for volleyball and soccer.
Commissioner.
Yes.
Take
Oh,
it.
he's got it.
Okay. You don't need this then?
No, I'm just writing on this here. Now make a motion to accept the monthly financial report. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Phase 2's done at New Hope. All the fencing's been repaired. I'll be getting quotes on the gravel in the parking lot, finish that project up for New Hope. So, but the fencing's all done, been paid, looks nice. I don't know if you saw some pictures if you haven't been out there, but we'll get the gravel, the driveway and the parking lot done next. So
Fencing's all done.
Then she'll be done. She'll be perfect. I'm not, you know, I mean, then grass cut and all that, but all the leaves, all the limbs, everything's been picked up. Fencing's done. All we now needs gravel in the parking lot. And she's good to go. Real quick, also, if you don't have any questions on the update, I know on the New Hope, I'll have that for you next month. Insurance came in for this building and just for the liability and everything and building. Per our contract, I talked to Klotz.
Mhm.
Per our contract, we're the ones that have to pay the insurance on the building.
That's wrong.
That's what it says.
I know, that's wrong though. I mean,
I agree 100% because even last year, if you look at the bill, Jim would separate it. So I told
he
him,
was supposed, he had insurance for the building on what we had as a township needed to supply. And he had a rider on that he was supposed to pay that part of it.
well, and I don't disagree. I thought the same thing until I called Klotz to make sure, and he has this contract in red section 9, and we are.
paid all of it.
We have to pay
Can
it
I
all.
read that?
Yes, you can, absolutely. The girls were on, I was right here yesterday talking to him. We're solely responsible for it. He's talking to the family, not giving me an update today, said he calls as he knew, trying to find out what's going on with the building and where we're at, but he has not heard anything either on that. So he's gonna call him today. I was gonna call him. as soon as
Well, we
possible.
need,
It's right here, because he reviewed it, section
Yeah, I-
9, right there. Because I called the insurance company and told them to cancel the building. Okay, so then I called Klotz and said, hey, I canceled the insurance on the building. You need to tell the family to make sure they get insurance on this building. He said, absolutely not, you can't do that. I'm like, what? Same thing you guys thought. He said, per section 9, you guys are responsible for that. I said, okay. Then I called the insurance company back and said, send me the bill back. So I'll have that in front of you in April. Well, it might have to be paid. Sarah, do we have to pay that insurance before March 31st, right?
Okay.
Do we have to pay that insurance before March 31st? Or do we have till next
By
meeting?
March 17th, I think.
March 17th?
I
that's
think
next
so.
week.
Usually when-
And the bill was what? It doesn't matter. I have to pay it like $3,400, right? Something like that,
Yeah,
about
The
$3,400.
insurance on this building's $3,400.
And liability for us and all that we own. It says right here in our lease, it's been signed, what we have to have and coverage wise. It's clearly spells out exactly what we have to cover. That's workers' comp, that's all that too, included in that. But the building areas right here in section 9 says how much do you have to put on the building and liability. Because I called to cancel it and then called Klotz to make sure we were good, so I could report to you guys. And he said, absolutely not. So now, I don't know. what's
And
gonna
that's
happen
for a
to-
year.
That's for a year. Yep. That's through Sycamore, who's an agent that calls multiple different insurance.
Right.
companies. So that's what I was advised of last night or yesterday by our
See,
attorney.
this is something,
And it doesn't
Yeah.
expire till March 31st of this year,
Insurance.
this contract.
see this here, this lease agreement was written up by Jim, wasn't it?
I wasn't here then. That was-
What I'm saying
Right, oh,
is,
and-
that him and his wife signed it.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him again tomorrow to make sure.
So the insurance on this building expires what, March what?
31st.
See,
Yeah,
when he signed it. I will have him re-look at him. He had that copy in his hand. So I will ask him again, because I read
Can I
it.
read that
So can we pay that and then get a new policy starting?
January 1 next year.
Well, I mean, if the policy expires March 31st there,
No, yes, the policy does.
so April the 1st, could we not cancel this policy and get a new policy?
Not per your contract, it tells us
What?
exactly.
that
Did-
contract.
Didn't you say that just expired March 31st?
No,
The
the
insurance-
insurance.
The
expires.
insurance, but the
That-
contract
contract
is due the end of this year, December 31st of this year. That's when the contract.
I'll have Klotz read that again, because I'm, the way I read it, it's Jim is the leasee and his wife's the leaseor. or what, vice versa?
What Jim said, the building was in her name.
This is right there, I agree, but my attorney,
And
The building's in both Jim and Dorothy.
is it?
but if you look at that in the back, very back, not very back, but like the third page.
Well, when we was negotiating the rent raise, Mike, do you remember him saying that, when he wanted to raise it $50 a month? And we kind of opposed that, and he said, well, Dorothy won't accept that.
I'll
What he
get
said.
All I need to know from you guys, I will call Klotz one more time on this, because I'm like you. If you read the third page, it says Jim is the leaseor and his wife's the leasee.
We're the leasee, because we rent the building.
Well, it's him signing as the trustee.
Yeah,
He's
I mean, I already know
the
that legal told
What's
me we
the
can't get
other
out.
two signatures say? What's that? Just,
That's his
Leaseor,
wife. So,
him and his wife.
So we'll have to pay it for one more year then.
yes, and then, but if we don't get the building, or let's say June they sell the building, then we will get a refund back on the insurance, because we won't cover it if we don't purchase the building
Right.
or whatever happens.
They're gonna have to pay it, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna pay it. So I think it's around 3,400, but just need you guys to know that. I will have it here to you in April, but I have to sign it before March 17th. So I have to pay it by March 17th. So I think it was 3,400 and something. That's everything that was supposed to be, but per our lease agreement is what I have to do. So that was per Klotz, our attorney. Our next meeting is April 14th at 10 a.m.
Okay, next meeting. What do you say it was?
April 14th at 10 a.m.
me and Louis
Yeah,
signed it.
you're gonna sign it, December 2022. Anyway, I was getting out of it because I was under the understanding from you guys that we don't pay that, but our
Well,
attorney had that in his hands. and so-
my understanding was we didn't pay. Jim was contributing to the premium,
I get it.
so.
I just go, I'm not an attorney.
I mean, I can see where we pay the workman's comp and all that or whatever
Yeah.
that he says in there,
Yeah, but
but not on the building here.
he was supposed to have insurance on the bill. On the property, you know what I mean?
Did that say something
Yeah,
in
but
his
we're paying him.
absence?
Yeah, it does say absent brief.
So My opinion, guys, is what all that was, that he would pay this as long as he's around, but once he was gone, Dorothy was not gonna be responsible for paying it, and that's kind of how he worded that. In his absence, we have to pay.
They're both gone.
Yeah,
Well,
but
they
I,
were listening to me on the phone. Klotz
Yeah.
clearly said it's our responsibility.
but I'm just saying, I think that's why Jim paid it, but he had it set up that if anything happened to him, he
It'd be
was,
on the
the
township.
township would have to pay it in his absence.
Well, that's the reason why that 9 is
Yeah,
what it is.
Right.
that's how I
Yeah,
felt that
yeah.
it
Would be
went
my
down.
guess.
Yeah,
So since he's
But I like
gone,
Mike,
then we're
Come
responsible.
December 31st, whether we have this
Yeah,
building, we're
that's
gonna be
fine.
doing something here soon. I haven't heard anything, but as soon as I do, we might have to have an emergency meeting or something like that when I find out what is going on with this building. But John was supposed to call the family and find out where we're at in this process. So that's all I know.
Well, if that's anything, or anything else, I guess.
have you heard, did you get another estimate on the removal?
No, I just have what Rogers put down, and
Okay.
that's all that
Okay.
Tara Inman said that's good enough, but
Yeah.
we haven't heard a word from anybody. So that's why when I called Klotz about the insurance, I also said, could you contact the family attorney? Because they have their own attorney and find out where we're at in this process. And he said to get back to me, see or something. So. that's where we're at.
Okay.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye. We're done, Sarah. So if I don't hear from something from Klotz remind me if I don't hear anything from Class Bike.